Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and also good night to the people of Biafra. And I salute Onyendumaz Nnamdi Kanu. Good morning, sir, from here. The Prime Minister, Mas Simon Ekpa. Good morning from here. Today is the court day of Mas Nnamdi Kanu. We ask Okabiama to grant him freedom, to shame all the enemies, and nothing will happen to his life. May Chukwu Okabiama protect his life, save him, protect him from the hands of the enemies. We will pray that he will not die, and the sickness that Nigeria inflicted on his body will also not kill him. Rather, he will be alive to still advise us, to see the achievement of Mas Simon Ekpa. May Elohim Chukwu Okabiama Premier niile chebe Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ma gọzie ya ma nye ogologo ndụ na arụ isi ike, ma tinye ndị iro niile n'ọnọdụ ihe ihere, ndị ahụ ndị na-asị na Biafra agaghị abịa, ndị ahụ ndị na-asị ụnọ ndị nzuzube na soshal midia, ndị ahụ ndị si na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ga-anọ n'ime ụlọ nga, ọ ga-emechi ụlọ nga abụrụ nke ha Chukwu Okabiama. Wee m na-asị n'otu aka ọ dị n'ebe Maazị Simon Ekpa nọ, na ọnụ kwuru njọ ga-emecha kwuo mma, na afa mmadụ na-abụ agbarụcha ngele ekuru ngele nwụwa. Wee m na-achị Chukwu Okabiama ya biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka, ebe a nụrụ akwa anyị, nụrụ arịrịọ anyị n'isi ndị ndu anyị niile, na-etikwa nwaada bụ nwaada Ngozi Orabueze, nke bụ our Deputy Prime Minister, the Chief of Staff, who is onye na-achị ụmụ Biafra ka ọ dị now, na-ejiri anyị ije ka mba ụwa nwee organize anyị, ka mba ụwa nye anyị ka chụpụ Nigeria na our land. Wee na-asị na mbọ niile, ire ọjọọ niile, echiche ọjọọ niile nke ndị nọ n'isi ya, na ọma ndị ire na Afọ na Eke na Orie na Nkwọ, atụmatụ niile nke ndị nọ n'isi ya, niile nke ndị nọ n'isi cabinet members, ka mmadụ ọbụla nke na-eweta ọgba aghara Chukwu Okabiama ka iwee eme ka ọgbara dị n'ime ndụ ha, ka iwee eme ka aka nsị ha wee baa ha n'otu n'otu, bụ ndị a niile fọrọ ntutu taa n'okwu nwere onwe nke ụmụ Biafra. Wee na-asị gị ga eze ndị eze nke a na-anụ n'okpuru ya, ga onye a na-akpọ otu ugboro ya zugboro na asaa. Wee na-asị gị dododo ka ị nụrụ akwa anyị, nụrụ arịrịọ anyị. Ihe anyị rịọrọ bụ gịnị? Ka ị chọrọ iwere ndụ na ahụike chọrọ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ọjị, ka ime ka o si n'ime ụlọ nga pụta. Chukwu Okabiama biko ka anyị na-arịọ gị na nwa oru ga-ata n'ahụ n'ihi na ị kpọrọ ya ka o wee bịa zọpụta anyị dịka ọkpara gị bịara zọpụta anyị. Anyị mara na ọkpara gị tara ahụ mgbe ọ bịara, mana ahụ nke Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na ụdị mmadụ na-ezughị oke ọdịna nke ukwuu. Chukwu Okabiama na-asị gị biko bịa mepere anyị ụzọ, bịa nyere anyị aka, bịa butere anyị ụzọ, bịa lụọrọ anyị ọgụ, mee ka ebe niile nke gọọmenti ya na-etinye aka iji wee nweta recognition, mee ka ọnụ ụzọ ọbụla nke kọntrị ọbụla nke ha kwara ka ọnụ ụzọ dị otu ahụ wee mepee, ka ha wee kweta na Biafra bụ kọntrị, ka ha wee nyere anyị aka, ihi na ọ mmadụ na-enyere mmadụ ibi ya aka. Anyị chọrọ enyemaka nke mba ụwa, anyị chọrọ enyemaka nke sitere n'ebe ị nọ, anyị chọrọ enyemaka ka anyị wee dịrị ndụ, ihi na onye chi na-azọ na-azọ onwe ya. Ihe niile a ka anyị rịọrọ na-asị ka imezuoro ụmụ Biafra ihe niile dịka o siri ebumnobi, ihi na ebumnobi anyị nke mbụ bụ ịfụ na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu apụtala. Nke ọzọ bụ recognition anyị ga-eme ka ntaramahụhụ na iji ụlọikpe nke mba Nigeria kwụsa. Otu a nke ọ dị n'ebe Maazị Simon Ekpa nọ, ihe a ka anyị rịọrọ na-asị gị biko mezuoro anyị ya, n'ime ndụ a nke anyị dị ugbu a na-agwa Chukwu oke abịa ma ise ise. Yes, my people, I can see my own blood. Chinedu Agwarambo, good morning from here. You are welcome, my brother. Thank you so much for being here. Everything that we are doing, we stand strong on it because we are seeing the importance of it and the value of the things that we are doing as the Biafran people. So that is why we must continue in what we are doing. So please, as you come in, hit the like button, subscribe, and also share. It is very, very imperative if you do so, because by doing so, you are making other people to know that we are live and we are direct this morning. That is why you guys to help to share and like the pro. Hit the like button as you come in. You know how we do it here. Once the like is up to 10, then we start reading the documents. We start presenting what we have here for the Biafran people and what we want them to know and what we need to know on our own. Remember, we always come here to educate ourselves. We always come here to have another different narrative of what we have been doing in social media since all these years. So please come, like, and share. Please. Remember the code on this platform also, #FreeMazi Simon Ebanjoko, a prisoner of conscience in Finland. #Britain and Nigeria, FreeMazi Simon Mazinamde Kanu, a prisoner of conscience who is in Nigeria. This is how we roll it here. Please, whenever you come, remember to hashtag, because through the platform, you are making a protest that no one can come and shoot you, no one can come arrest you either. So, the real Biafran people, please endeavor to do that as you come in, and as you come, please like and share the program. What we are doing is to set the record straight. We are in the era of where we tell our story. Nobody born of human or inhuman will come to tell our story or want to change our narrative. Nobody can change our narrative anymore. Nobody can write our history anymore. We are here to let the world know that we are the one to write our history, and what we give them is what they will put in archive in anywhere to document about the Biafran people. We are not going to be like Nigeria, where a man come from Britain to give them a name and say, this is you answer. From November 29, 2024, we denounce that name that Frederick Lugard and his girlfriend give to the Biafran people. We denounce it. That is why we are people of United States of Biafra. Also, to prove that we have a right to live. Also, prove that we are a country. Also, make people to understand the importance of what we are doing and why we are doing it. That we need a freedom like every other country that has in their entire life participated in their freedom and help other peoples to achieve their freedom. This is why we are here, fighting and trying to let the Biafran people know that everything that we are doing, that it is our inalienable right to do that, that nobody of born a human being can stop us from doing it. So this is why it is very, very imperative for you to know that what we are doing is very, very important. Do not panic. Do not move. When you panic, the enemies are laughing. But when you stand strong, the enemies will understand the importance of what we are doing and why we are doing that. It is very, very imperative as you do so. That is why when you come here this morning, you have to do what? You have to share and like this program so that we may understand that what we are doing is very, very imperative. Ogolu, Josh, D, I greet you, my brother or my sister. Good morning from here. I salute you. So please, as you come, please like and share the program, so others may know that we are live and we are ready this morning. It is very, very important. We have a video to play before we continue. And that's also, we are waiting. Okay, you are a brother. Good morning, my brother. You are welcome. Listen to this video. It is very, very important because it's part of contributing what we are doing. Listen to this.
I go deploy type Igbo man.
But why is it that the government are secretly, is it that they are scared of the flag?
Oh, God, they release Igbo so easily because now they cannot be Europe. After Igbo man, against Igbo man, he released Igbo since Igbo don't go home, go bury him, mama. Now they cannot even come to bury papa and mama. Oh, God, this time around, if they release him secretly, good. If they publicly let go of Mazi or Hamadike, FNK, Nnamdi Kanu, fine. If they do it publicly, but I can actually assure you that they might let go of Mazi secretly. Do you know why? Because they don't want a situation whereby the court will be overcrowded. If you actually tell the whole world that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out tomorrow, at the court, the Holy
Finland to look at this video
around that place, and there will be
and
human
listen
traffic
to the population on the ground.
We have vehicular traffic all over Abuja, from Abuja to Anambra, Imo State, everywhere will be crowded. The road. So to assure security of the court attendants, I think
Finland, this is the person that the Prime Minister you are holding.
Final release.
Look at the population of those who want Biafra.
Implement it so secretly. It
Look at
shouldn't be something that
Finland.
will be allowed.
This video
for,
must be
the public knowledge
supposed to be
or
literally everywhere
as early as possible. So
in
that's why
news in all handles, because
sneaking out,
it is awareness. It's also
the clarity
to
of
the
Mazi
community that the United States of Biafra
actually ask me, I will tell you
that the United States of Biafra has a population, a permanent population, a defined territory in their homeland. These are things that we need to be doing. It's also a very big awareness, if you may understand. It is very, very big awareness into what we are doing, that such a videos are certain cutting and be putting everywhere in social media. Yes, my brother Ogolu Josh from Biafra Land. Thank you so much. I always be happy
security advisor is doing the right
on the homeland.
You don't release that category of persons so publicly like that. It is a security threat. You might not know people that have actually prepared to come tomorrow, maybe to disalive or unalive the gentleman that has been kept incarcerated for over 50-something months now. So what we're trying to say is, comfort me, whichever way they do it, that you do that. Kanu is spending almost 5 years, 60 months, sitting dormant, incommunicado, without movement, even fresh air, seeing the light of the day could be very, very impossible for the young man. So we have welcomed whichever way he has been extricated from incarceration. We are looking forward to see what is going to happen tomorrow. That's why
today the Biafrans are seeking and looking for what is going to happen.
To welcome whichever way they press.
The only thing we care for is
and offline,
let him go.
Their news or information or messages tomorrow, into the globe about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court appearance tomorrow. It is an application for his release that comes so sudden. Yes, impromptu. Because they don't want to celebrate it. They don't want to make it so public and popular like that. To avoid chaos, to avoid this kind of risky security. For security reason, it is going to be at least an impromptu. Unexpected. We don't want bad eggs to grace that occasion. Fulani Janjaweeds could do anything. People that are putting on Nigerian military camouflage could burn the bush. They are all ruffians. We could not tolerate such people in our society, and especially when Ohamadike is coming out. Anything could be possible at the venue of Israelis. And that is when they actually know whom the Igbos are. We don't want anything like water to penetrate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's ear. Mila Bakwaniante. Millie Abakonamazi Nnamdi Kanu. They should right now release him. In fact, they should have done that before the news sneaks out. Should have taken him to the National Hospital for proper check. Amarike is an international man, globally renowned agitator of Biafra emancipation.
That
So
is it.
they should actually do everything humanly possible to make sure Kanu is secured. He should never, ever get hurt. If Kanu gets hurt, Nigeria will be hurt. We promise Nigeria her. See, let me tell you, right from the era of British colonization, I am Igbo man and we've studied in history how tough we've been to the British man. British man with his imperialism and let me say, imperialism and supremacism could not bend the Igbos. We resisted the Britain for 60 good years. Britain came and go. Britain came and go because Britain, they are thinking that they will use Christianity against Igbo man. Igbo man was a Christian before Britain.
Yes,
we worship God Almighty. We are not idol worshippers. We worship Chineke Okike Abiyama. Abiyama is Abraham in my language. We know Abraham before the introduction of Bible. So there's nothing Britain is having over us. Britain knows actually that Igbo man is the one that will make Nigeria like London. That's why they carry leadership, give Fulani, and people that don't know what's up. Look at all our leaders. Mugu, people that are economically. Organ Nigerian leaders, both present and past, they don't know what they are doing. Obasanjo did well. Yar'Adua did well. Jonathan did well. What are you seeing presently under this regime of APC Bikodi? Oga Buhari scatter Nigeria today. Tinubu is trying to reflect what Buhari has spoiled. Thank you. See pepper. Price. Wait. Fulani man is coming across with pepper. Price pepper and tomato. This is an experiment. Experiment momentum. It is time for what? Demonstration. I spoke Latino. Experimental momentum. We should just call them. To do what? To demonstrate what I'm telling the whole world. I don't tell lies. Your current leadership give Jaga. Obi won an election. Some people seize them. Seize Obi's mandate because they feel that Nadem be Emiloka. Be what they call this man call himself. Emiloko. No, they call him. They call him. Na Tinubu now, they call. Somebody, see, let me tell you, old age has its bad effects.
For everything.
It is called senility.
Yes.
Too much sickness as a result of tired, most of the body tissues and the essential organs in the body has been overworked and overstayed. You should just treat yourself, give yourself normal medication. Yes, to remain healthy. Old man cannot do it. Nigerian leadership should be given to young men of 30s, 28. Look at how many years is Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso? 36. And the young man is delivering. Nigerian old leaders. Buhari was almost 100 years.
Experience.
No experience. We don't count on experience. We count on modern science and technology. We count on what Gen Z generation is doing currently. We count on what Mark Zuckerberg, the man that discovered Facebook, small boy. We count on what Tesla company is doing currently, Elon Musk. What are we doing? What are we saying in this part of the world? Do you think I will prostrate 10 times to go to heaven? I prostrate to God. If I refuse to prostrate to any man in Nigeria, my God knows my heart. I am not a superstitious man. I believe in reality, and God is reality. So what about experience and old age? Experience does not count as a result of old age. What counts is when you are in your prime. Nature said, at certain age, you should go and rest. Okay, experience as a result of old age. Old age, they go to the leadership, let me say, podium. They handle the mantle of leadership. They start stealing money. Old age, they steal money. That money where old age man, they steal. How you go use the money? See young children, we're supposed to use money. You be old, 100 years, you say you are experienced. Old man, you go there, they steal money. Nigerian politicians are old. They should go and rest and give leadership to young men. What are you telling me about old age?
For those who believe in one Nigeria, for me, I did not say Nigeria is not Nigeria is a country. For those who believe on it, under international law, Nigeria is a country, a sovereign entity with an independent, the way they put it. But what we want, they said, so far they put a legacy or a structure or a way of that someone might, people, a group of them might decide to have a new country that they can do it. Now that we have do it, we have equally right to Nigerian government that we are a new country, that they have to recognize us and leave our borders. They refuse. Now there is many more work to do. So Nigeria, I am not disputing the fact for those who are one Nigeria, who believe in one Nigeria, who will leave Biafra land to go and live in Nigeria. No, you are free. But for we who refuse, who said no, capital no, that Nigeria is not for us and we are not Nigeria, that we are people of United States of Biafra, you should allow us to go. Why are you forcing us to stay? We already told you that this oil that is a problem, is a problem. That the government of Biafra will give it to countries free, to make nearby countries to have what it takes so they cannot come and attack us in our own country. So when you look at all this is playing out, it's just only for one thing. We are telling the Nigerian government secretly, otherwisely, openly, release, let Mazin Nnamdi Kanu go and save his life. Or are you releasing him because the doctor has told that he maybe has a small days to live? If it is that, leave it in the hands of Biafran people. The gods will heal him, whether you believe it or not. Our quest is release our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. He committed no crime. Your court has said that this man is supposed to be a free man. Your court has freed him. Your court has said he has no crime. After the petition tried to change the charges and all whatnot, after that, what happens? All these things, the world are watching clearly. It's better for Nigeria to let him go and let Biafra people go. That is the best thing, because he has only two missions. He said, I had the flag of Biafra raised, or he lowered in the grave if he cannot get that flag. And he must get the flag. The flag has raised again on November 29, 2024. The flag raised. So he's coming out with that flag. So he cannot be lowered in the grave. He must be alive. He will be alive because he's a young man. He's at 59 years. So he has a lot of things to do. Nigeria is not working for anybody. It's not working for me. Is it working for you? The answer is no. So my fellow Biafrans, as we are waiting for you to come in, please come and share and listen to our brother. He is in the zoo. He always on the right side. And he stands with United States of Biafra government, and he always make a sense. He always make more sense whenever he comes out to talk on social media to analyze the issues of Biafran people. He always on the point. I see Machine, good morning. I see Eze, good morning. I see Ozid, good morning from here.
Thief, until he go tell us, say he don't die. When we actually know that he died many years ago. Do you think we are fools? Some of us are not fools. See, look at me well. I know them for bowing down before anybody before I eat. I work hard, less than. So nobody can bend my opinion. I stand because I have conscience. And when my conscience worries me, I let go. That's why speaking the truth on the basis of clarity is the most, at least, required things any man should do. Listen and listen good. The Nigerian political system should be given to people like Pat Utomi. Omo election Peter Greg Obi, confirmed good governor of Anambra State in the past that have turned that state into #1 state in education some 20 years ago, 2005 to 2013, 8 straight years. Obi turned my state to #1 in education.
For sure.
You know, don't you see how my vibe is? Or do you like my vibe, my swag or not? Obi has converted the whole laboratory in Anambra State. He actually invited the whole billionaires instead of spending your money on clubbing. Party, no, bring your money, buy computerize the labs all over secondary schools, primary schools in Anambra State, and Anambra billionaires, they contributed, they helped Obi, and Anambra State become #1 in education. Don't you see? We are doing well, entrepreneur.
Yes, I see your feature, AJ. Please, my people, remember the code of this platform. We have only one code. The code is hashtag free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience in Nigeria. Hashtag free Simon Ekpanjoko, a prisoner of conscience in Finland. This is our code, and you must, please, you have to do it. You have to. Because whoever comes across a platform, see hashtag, they want to pay attention to know what is going on there. Believe you me. A lot of things are going on. But we focus on the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that Nigeria government must release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whether they like it or not. Anthony, good morning. You're welcome. I can see you. So my people of the United States of Biafra, everything local, international, otherwise, we, the people of Biafra, has met those criteria of international laws. There is 4 outlined bodies of international law that we have overmet what they asked us to do as a people with a permanent population. No matter how you do it today, we call it IPOB, call it whatever you want to call it. All are under United States of Biafra as a country. Every political name is under a country. This is how it is. With all these names is like just when you have a political names of parties who want to win election. One must win, and one has win. The one who won the election is the one formed by Mazi Simon Ekpa. When we from Biafra government in exile, BRIGE, to United States of Biafra, this is the call is a transition movement. We have transitioned into the final winning of the name United States of Biafra that was officially declared on November 29, 2024. There is something I come across on Dr. Damede's program because of he invited our DPM when we just declared it newly. I have come across that this man has interviewed many leaders of Biafra. He interviewed Wazirike. Dr. Damage. He interviewed Chukwu. He interviewed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He interviewed Osoma Simon Ekpa. And look at the other way around, what I think. All the people that you are interviewing, if they are get arrested, you never open your mouth and talk about them. You meet yourself. The only thing you care for is to use them to build your page. You can never support, you can never raise your voice and say, no, this person is only fighting for freedom. This is not supposed to happen, this is not supposed to happen. Rather, you will meet your mouth, Dr. Damage. They call it, his name is Rudolph Okeke. Onwafibo. He has interviewed all these people. Also, when you see the other one called Okechukwu, people are hailing him, he's talking well, he's doing that. Nothing is talking well, because whatever he's talking today could have been said so many years ago. After you have said it, what is he doing? If you say that Nigeria is going to be divorced in a peaceful way, who are those that are going to do it? Is it not now that Biafra has been finally redeclared that you're supposed to join the movement of the United States of Biafra government for us to divorce Nigeria peacefully? It's not about talking on your platforms. It's about who are you representing, what you are saying, under which name are you saying it? Because that is our problem. We all claim we too know it too much. Why we cannot come together? Now you feel like you have understand that Nigeria need to be devolved. People need to go on their own, and the only way out is to have a new country that is officially declared with their independence, with their documents, and with our self-referendum results. All these things have been done. So, Okechukwu and Rudolph, Dr. Damage, what are you people doing? Is it by saying on the mouth, on your individual platforms to please the conscience of your followers, then under international laws and become a country? What are you doing about it? Have you come across of all these laws that was been keeping down for a new country to exist? Have you come across them, or have you not come across them? These are part of the things that we all have to know. Nobody is going to do it for us. If you're waiting for a miracle to fall from heaven to divide Nigeria, no. That is why I believe in that word, that heaven only helps those who help themselves. So, if you watch all the things that's playing out, you will understand today there is a leak voices of Nigerian government trying to use secretly release Mazinandi Kanu. Our own is that you release it secretly, release it openly, release him, let him go. That is all we care for, nothing more than that. That is what we care for, nothing more than that. My dear friend people, is that what we want? What we want is what? That Mazinandi Kanu should be free. Remove him from DSS dungeon. So let him be a free man. Let him become a free man. Now, as we are going into what we have to do with Biafran people this morning. Remember yesterday where we stopped. If you followed yesterday afternoon / our evening program, I see Chibo's there. Good morning. I see Johnson. Good morning from here. You're welcome. So please, as you come, like and share the program, so others know that we are live and we are direct. That is where we are taking it slowly, so people may join us, so they can, as before we move. So the program will start. Everybody will start listening from the beginning. That is why we are still wasting our time. I see everybody in the comment section, and also once again thank all of you on the comment section. What you are doing is the right thing. Please remember that hashtag. Finland government free Simon Ekpa, a prisoner of conscience. Remember that. Remember it, please. It is very, very important into what we are doing. It is very, very important into the game we are playing. What we are doing is all about politics. It is all about what? Politics. It's all about diplomatic movement. It's all about international recognition. It's all about knowing who we are. This is how it is, and this is how it's going to work. And now that we have bent down to follow the international laws and the local laws, is one of the most primary things that will get us what we are looking for. So what we are looking for in a GV is going to yield a result that will shock every world. You see, the way the real declaration shocked the enemies of Biafran people is also the way our recognition is going to also shock the whole world. That is things that we must know. That is things that we have to put in place, my people. Please, give me 1 minute. So, my people, we are waiting for more people to join us so we can kick off what we are doing this morning. Remember, is that I told you what we are going to do today. We are going to do on research after official declaration with Chief of Staff. Then, after declaration, the Financial Secretary from his own group claimed that they are going to get international recognition. Can it be possible under international law? You know, I think of little things that are happening to use to make my own research. And when I find an answer that even when I never even knew that the answer will yield the results to the level of the international law. Honestly, I never knew. That is why it's good to research. After our declaration, a group claimed to be another, what I don't know, claim that they are the one that will use the name Brige to get us international recognition. If Chukwuemeka Ojukwu even declared officially and get some little recognition and it fails, what of who did not have or who did not make a declaration? Have you think of that? Have you think of that? That even Ojukwu having officially declaration and having some 5 countries that recognize him, and Biafra becomes a failed state, and those that did not make a declaration, did not have a document of self-referendum vote, they don't have a document of their declaration document, and how do you think they are going to get this international recognition for us? Mark James, good morning from here. Thank you so much. So these are things that when we think, you ask questions, you will find an answer. That is why you're here today, to present you 1 or 2 things. Again, we have found out that you need to know. So when you see those enemies making mockery of themselves and fleeing themselves, you will know that these people are very evil people that was contracted by Nigeria government to destroy the United States of Biafra as a nation again. And when you declare it and you fall back, they see you that you are useless, you are not responsible, you don't know what you want. That is how the world are looking to Ogenkere. That is why the congressmen are running away from Ogenkere. Because they understand that this man does not have, that he doesn't supposed to be talking. Because of mentality of African man, he started to be doing that way that he's doing. When you are listening to all this, then you may understand the importance of what we are doing. So let us go and ask. Remember, after the official declaration with Chief of Staff, then after declaration, the Financial Secretary formed his own group, claimed that they are going to get international recognition. Can it be possible under international law? These are the questions that we need to be asking ourselves. Can it be possible under international law? Shibozo, you're welcome, I see you. Can it be possible under international law? Let us listen, my people.
Under international law, it is not possible for a financial secretary who did not make a declaration of independence to gain international recognition for a new country, especially after a chief of staff already did.
I hope you heard it clearly. Under international law, it is not possible for financial secretary who did not make a declaration of independence to gain international recognition for a new country, especially after a chief of staff have already done that. I hope you understand English very well. That after our chief of staff, Ngozi Orabeze, have already, the same thing is from anybody who claimed that he's fighting for Biafra. The declaration has already been did, and nobody can make another declaration again. This supersedes any other group who will gather together to say the American declaration, where the declaration, not even declaration, the real declaration of Biafra has made on November 29, 2024. Go to Google, type, in which year did Biafra re-declared again? In which year did Biafra re-declared again? Just type this. I am giving you an expo. Type this and see what will come out on your phone. That 29 has been registered in the mind of the world And those that are preparing history of countries are putting it there already. So, under international law, it is not possible for a financial secretary who did not make a declaration of independence to gain international recognition for a new country, especially after a chief of staff already did. Why I am asking all the questions, making those researches, all this small research is, I want to know on our own case, because we need to write our history and force the world to accept our history. No, it's no longer a time that sometimes we ask what happened to some country on this and that. No, we need to know how we can, how that thing, when we refer to ourselves, how they see it and what they are looking within their mind, or what they believe that the Biafran people are. And we also want to know if the law, when it's come to Biafran people, that whether the law exempt us or international community exempt the people of Biafra, that the law of international community is not for the Biafran people. But I find out that the law is also us, despite the corruption that is in the head of those countries who sit down one place and make this law. When they're making this law, they are speaking from both sides of their mouths. Because you cannot tell someone you have a right to do this. When that person is doing it, you will change it, and the same you will say that they are secessionists, they are rebel, they are insurgency. But you are the one who said that they have right to make a new country. Your law said it. Then why are you twisting it? It's like we're under attack, but we will conquer it. Be patient. They are attacking, but we will conquer it, because the truth must prevail. The truth must prevail. Under this international law, they say it is impossible. And it's not possible for a financial secretary to get international recognition, no matter the name he gives himself or whatever he calls himself. They have also made it open to understand that nobody voted against. They just nominate him to do the shenanigan, to use him to destroy the movement that we are into. Nobody voted him. You heard it from those who claim that it was voted. When you vote someone how many people voted and how many said no? Because there must be no. In our voting of self-defense, you see Alade Orama votes no. That Biafran people don't need to do self-defense. That is how you know how their brain is working, and those that they are working for. Here are why the chief of staff has the only legitimate claim. Listen.
Here's why the Chief of Staff has the only legitimate claim. The Declaration is the foundation. The Declaration of Independence is the official and public act that formally creates a new state in the eyes of international law. It is the birth certificate that a group uses to assert its right to self-determination and sovereignty. Without this fundamental document, a financial secretary has no legal basis to claim a state exists or to represent it on the world stage. Their role is purely administrative, not sovereign.
I hope
effective control and political legitimacy.
I hope you are following. Remember where we stopped yesterday, and from there we'll continue on this again. Remember, the declaration is the foundation. The declaration is the foundation. And who make a declaration of United States of Biafra? It is Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the Chief of Staff, that made that declaration to the Biafran people. Go and ask again who declared Biafra in 1967 to 1970, you will see Chukwuemeka Odimegwu Ojukwu. Then go and ask who declared Biafra in 2024, November 29. You will see Chief of Staff, Dr. Ngozi Orabeze. They said that she was appointed by Mas Simon Eba to make a declaration of United States of Biafra. It's already in the document. It's already been written in there. I said, just type to your phone, who declared Biafra on November 29, 2024. You will see a name. Oge Nkere name is not even there. And the person who declares it is with us. He is the one protecting the affairs of the Biafran people. In Kenya, when their former leader, Jumata, was arrested, his second in command is the one that declared it with the people out there. They hold on their declaration, they push forward, they push great political pressure everywhere. Then the attention dropped, the war drawn, and they asked Britain to release their leader. Yes, Juma Kenyatta of Kenya, official, thank you so much. When they are fighting for their liberation, their leader took away. He was arrested by the same British. And what happened? When the people of Kenya continue pushing, they made a declaration of Kenya being a country. That person who made a declaration pushed until he gets international recognition, they become a country. Juma Kenyatta was released. When he comes back, the person who declares it stepped down for him. He became the first prime minister of Kenya. He became the first president of Kenya. So I don't see reason why that somebody who declared it is alive and someone else is claiming to be in charge. Talk less of somebody who is coming from office, who is not a part of structure of a politics. But the office of the chief of staff is part on the structure of a politics. When it's come to political movement, the chief of staff fall on the line of politics, but a financial minister does not fall on that position. And when a leader was arrested in Kenya, the second in command, who may be whatever they choose to call themselves that time, stood up and hold the mandate and made sure that they make declaration. The declaration was what served Juma Kenyatta release. And he comes back to Kenya, become the first prime minister, become the first president. In the quest of Biafran people under this international law, we have our leader, who is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who I self call the president. We have the prime minister, who happens to be Mas Simon Eba. When the two are not there, or if these two comes down, they will relinquish power to them and go back to her position if she wants. But she must, if those matters can come out right now, after briefing him down of all happens and ask him, where is your stand? And what the position do you want to play? Any position that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu opened his mouth and said, that is the position that he's going to, we are going to allow him to hold. This is how it is in other countries. This is how it's going to be in our own. I am telling you this for you to understand that what we are passing through, that many countries has passed through that process. Our own are not going to be different, except though that enemy paid the way they paid Red Finland people to destroy the declaration of Finland in 1917 to 1918. Federal AJ said financial secretary are just appointed by the government. Financial secretary cannot be the chief. The financial secretary cannot be in the chain of command unless he or she will resign and join political class to contest for a position, for any position. Yes. You can't be a financial secretary and become acting prime minister. It's not possible. It never happened anywhere in the world. You must resign from that position officially and come to join the class of politics for you to also get to some position that is in your mind. But because of their well-paid agent from Nigeria government, that is why they want to use them to destabilize the movement or to destabilize the government, or to make that Biafra is we are not serious, but within ourselves. We are serious people. We understand the importance of our declaration, and that is why we are pushing very hard to make sure that we seek this recognition under international law, that other countries in the world will see how peaceful we are and give us recognition, and also to be a mediator, a third party between us and Nigeria, to ask Nigeria to leave. The Declaration of Independence is an official and public act that formally created a new state in the eyes of international law. A Declaration of Independence is officially and the public act that formally creates a new state in the eyes of international law. The only way that Biafran people has proved to the world, to UN, to EU, to any world part of this country, that we have made this, that we are a country, is by that our official Declaration of Independence that happened in Helsinki, Latvia, Finland on November 29, 2024. That is how we have approved to the world international laws that we have become a country. And look at what the international law said. It is the birth certificate. It is the birth certificate. The group used to assert its right to self-determination and the sovereignty. To self-determination and the word sovereignty. These are what declaration documents prove to the world under international law, that we are a country, we are sovereignty, we are sovereign state, no matter lack of control or whatever that they may call it, the other side of it. That's why I told that the world speak from both sides of their mouths. If you have accepted that the declaration is the certificate of birth of a new country, then why do you want them to go and seek for international recognition? You could have put it in there, even that the world are very cunning. You know that the world are very stealing by tricks. Then the world supposed to put it here, that once people gather and make a declaration, from that day ultimatum, they have become a sovereign state, a country of their own. Official AJ said in the comment section, Ogenkere is a failed Yahoo guy, and he wanted to use Biafrans to activate his failed Yahoo career. You are right, Official AJ. That's what he is. Listen to this as we continue. Without these fundamental documents, a financial secretary has no legal basis to claim a state existence or to represent it on the world stage. Are you hearing? Without these fundamental documents, our document of real declaration and self-referendum are fundamental documents. They are our right. They give us the legitimacy. But they told you here that a financial secretary has no legal basis to claim a state existence or to represent it on the world stage. The rule is purely administrative, not sovereign. The rule of Ogenkere is purely administrative, not sovereign. Are you getting it? Let me bring it down to what we are doing right now. If he had a strength, Tongozo Rabeza resigned from being Biafra Deputy Prime Minister, the Chief of Staff. Our financial secretary right now, what is his name again? Our official general secretary who conducts all our fundraising. She cannot make a claim to that position or to assume. If she can, she have to resign from her own office purely. Another person will take it over before she can assume any political position office. I hope we are making common sense, my people. And I hope you are understanding what we are doing. I hope so. Yes, Pharmacist Diana. Yes. She cannot claim the position of our deputy or of our prime minister or any position unless she resigns from that position officially. Yes. Udoka. Ogenkere failed woefully and nothing will raise him up again. Yes, so because of the international community, because of the people, the World Congress or the Washington DC congressmen understand this criteria of what we're reading here. That is why they distance themselves away from him, and he's come back and told his gullible that the congressmen are busy, they are watching us from television. I hope you understand it. The rule is purely administrative, not sovereign. But the office of Chief of Staff is a sovereign. The office of Financial Minister is a sovereign. The office of Deputy Prime Minister is a sovereign, but not the office of a Financial Secretary. Without a document. They said, without a document, a financial secretary without a document cannot get international recognition. Yes. With Elias and Sonia Akwarawa, Ogenkere is nobody. He don't have the brain. What he read when he comes out is a script read and sent to on his phone, and he will start reading it. That is what he's doing. We must continue. Effective control and the political legitimacy. Now listen, the game has started.
For a new country to be recognized, it must have a government in effective control of a population and territory. The Chief of Staff's declaration, even if made in a time of crisis, establishes a claim to a government structure and political legitimacy. The Financial Secretary, by contrast, is not a head of state and has no claim to be a government. A country cannot be recognized as a state if there is no political entity claiming to be its government.
I hope you had it. Under this effective control under international law and the political legitimacy, for a new country to be recognized, it must have a government effective control of a population and the territory. Today, the Biafran people has a population. We have our territory. These are the ways of international law. The Chief of Staff declaration, even made in a time of crisis, establish claim to a government structure and the political legitimacy. When we made our declaration in Helsinki, Finland, we are in crisis. Even the crisis of IPOB, One Nigeria, even in the crisis of Omada Highway, even in the crisis of Ohaneze Ndigbo, even in the crisis of Dead Livingstone, all these are crises. Then the crisis in the Biafra government in exile, before our declaration, There is a standard 5 crisis that we are into. And they said here, the chief of staff declaration, even if made in a time of crisis, establish a claim to a government structure and the political legitimacy. Mankind, you are welcome. Sometimes you disappeared. Where have you been? Maybe time of work. Thank you so much for coming in. How is everything, my brother? Even though that we are into crisis, that the declaration of chief of staff is what the Biafran people need. This place needs to be well addressed. For a new country to be recognized, it must have government's effective control of a population and the territory. The chief of staff declaration, even if made in a time of crisis, establishing a claim to a government structure and the political legitimacy. The financial secretary, by contrast, is not a head of a state and he has no claim to be a government. This person that is shouting Brige only the hold this under international law, he holds no ground. Under political movement, he has no ground. He is nobody. When it comes to politics, Ogenkere as a financial secretary or pharmacist Diane, they are, when it comes to this movement, they are important in their own level of positions. But when it comes to this kind of a new country movement of a government, he is not, they are not there. They are not close. The financial secretary, by contrast, is not a head of a state and has no claim to be a government. Are you following? That thing that he claims in America, that thing that he's moved around in the name of Washington DC, believe you. We listened to him for the last time. He said, "Ngo the person is crying." No, the person is not crying. Ngo, when Jesus Christ is say, mgbe ndị ụmụ nwaanyị na-ebere ya kwa ọsị bere na onwe na ụmụ ụnụ akpa oge nkere bere wa because ị na-aga n'ime ụlọ nga very soon. With all this you are manning up for Nigeria government, Nigeria will disappoint you when the time comes. These people who are giving you money to be doing this nonsense, they will all run away when the law will catches you, because it's very soon that the law will trump Ogenkere. Remember, no people. Na ndị banks na ọbụrụ onye bụ ụzọ kpoo ibe na-ekpegbu, ọbụrụ onye bụ ụzọ dị agba akwụkwọ na-win case. And remember, n'iti na-agba ụzọ akwụkwọ, iti mpataka ya na-ebu ụzọ agba ụzọ akwụkwọ. Onye ama law na-ebu ụzọ dị ebe law dị. Mgbe law tụrụzie nwudezie ya, had I known now comes at last. These are the things that we have to know. So, you may be well equipped. A financial secretary can never declare, and you know, according to mankind, which is true, that's what we're presenting here, and you know that Ogenkere is not the one who made a declaration of Biafra as a government. Who made that declaration is who? Dr. Ngozi Arabeze, the chief of staff, who automatically under international law falls in the position of the acting or deputy prime minister. Dr. Ngozi Arabeze yes, he's not crying. He's only crying for you that what you will face in due time. He's not even, he was trying to let you know, is it true that Robert Obi said you and your so-called Elias and the Mwagodabri to withdraw the case? That is when you know something and you refuse. But you people want her to refuse to make a declaration. As Obato Obie said that they should stop declaration. But you will not listen to Obato Obie when he said drop the case. Then you want to go to the president to drop the Obato Obie. Obato Obie told all of you to stop their declaration. That is what you are telling us. And we all listen to that. And somebody who declares it is alive, with a healthy, and you want to take over. A financial secretary can never in this world take a position of a deputy or a vice president or whatever, unless he resigns from that office automatically. And if he resigns, there is a due process you undergo before getting to that position. When the group or the country or however it may happen has a COS who under international law, the power fall on his head, not even on his shoulder. It's one about when the prime minister is there, that the movement fall on his shoulder, on her shoulder. But what about is not with us, it's on the head. This is international law. This is what we're supposed to do, Biafran people. Listen to this. A country cannot be organized as a state if there is no political entity claiming to be its government. Are you listening? A country cannot be organized as a state if there is no political entity claiming to be its government. Biafran people will not be organized if, that's what I said, if there is no political entity. What is this word, political entity? What is this word, political entity, you may ask? A word of political entity means in the position of our COS. She is the legitimate person or body that international recognized right now that can become to make a claim that this is a government, not Ogenkere. The law is there. This political entity claiming to be its government, he said there must be, before the country will get recognition. And but without that, Ogenkere, who is not a political entity, who claim that he's the government right now, leader, one day, he is just deceiving the gullible that are following him. You see, watch me very well. I calm down to do this, so it may sink to the brain of those who are following Ogenkere. You will see that I am not in a hurry to do it. I take it step by step, so we all can understand. And I see you, Franklin. Oh, Budo, you are welcome. Thank you so much, my brother. Good morning from here. Listen again. Effective control and the political legitimacy. For a new country to be recognized, it must have a government effective control of a population and the territory. These are the two first most important or three most important criteria. The chief of staff declaration, even if the declaration made in a time of crisis, establish a claim to a government structure and the political legitimacy. The financial secretary, by contrast, is not a head of a state, and he has no claim to be a government. A country cannot be recognized as a state if there is no political entity claiming to be its government. Now, listen again. Nigerian government understand this particular law very well. That is why they use Ogenkere to come and destroy what we are doing. Frank Chukwuka, you're welcome. Owefi, good morning from here, I greet you. Nigerian government understand this template of this particular article claiming. They know that when it's politics, that Ogenkere is not an entity on it. Those that are entity, we have already outlined it here to you. The office of chief of staff is an entity. The office of president is an entity. The office of vice is an entity. The other offices are surrenders under the government is always elected. All of them are what? Entity. But this particular word called a financial secretary, they said here, listen again, listen very good. What I'm doing here is not about to go to the best, but it's about for us to understand the important rules, the meanings, the criteria, the way that countries are being handled, and how they can, when a new country emerge, how they can be able to process, and under international law, they will see them as those who understand what they are doing. That those that are ready to accept under international law and maintain what international law said about a new country. What you said is happening to us has never happened anywhere in the world. The only place it's happening right now is in Eritrea, where Elias and Brige has used the same thing Ogenkere are doing and went there to destroy them the way they thought they would destroy the Biafran people. In this, if the declaration of a new country was made in a time of crisis, establishing claim to a government structure and political legitimacy, the financial secretary, Ogenkere, by contrast, is not a head of a government. Is not a head to a state, and he has no claim. He has no claim to be a government. Ogenkere has no claim to be a Brige RIG, government in exile leader. He has no claim to claim, he has no right to claim it. Victor, you're welcome. Listen again. For a new country to be recognized, it must have government effective control of a population and the territory. The chief of staff declaration, even if made it in a time of crisis, establishing a claim to a government structure and political legitimacy. The financial secretary, by contrast, is not a head of a state and has no claim to be a government. A country cannot be recognized as a state if there is no political entity claiming to be its government. What Ogenkere is claiming, the law did not recognize it. In a simple terms, he told you that he's going to Washington, D.C. to see congressmen. Do you see any congressmen? I hope you heard from him that the congressmen are busy doing important things. That the congressmen are watching him in television. It simply means that the congressmen understand the importance of the government and how government is being handled and how a country is being governed and what makes a new country. They distance themselves from Ogenkere and his group. That is what here is telling us. No other way to analyze it. We must continue. In summary, the international law community will see the financial secretary claim as an attempt to hijack the independent movement, and it would not give it any legal weight. Recognition is a political act, but it bases on a legal principle. A financial secretary claim would fail on both contents woefully. A financial secretary claim fell on both contacts woefully. So, call Ogenkere a criminal. Oh, Frank, how do you steal a word from my mouth? Have you become official AJ that always that always put word before me? Thank you for being in the same spirit with me. Cardinal, you are welcome. Thank you so much. Please, people, this our sister give us a super chat yesterday to support this page. You are among those people who have started contributing for this page to be okay, because we are seeking for gadgets to, when we come, we put these documents on where your eyes can see it. So please support the platform. More than 5 people or 6 people has been contributing. You know that to get gadget is not easy. You know how much Apple laptop it is. You know how much standing mic it is. You know how much a sound speaker is. All these things is what we are doing this time around. So please support us through Super Chat. If you cannot do that, contact me when I call the line that we're using on this program to give your widow's mind. I know that many Biafrans has failed Biafran people who helped them to build platform. But remember, we come out now that we have a government, so we go nowhere. And any day, Biafran people help me to get this gadget, and I come out to start talking nonsense on my platform. Biafran people, any cost they lay on me, we hold on me. Because I want them to support the government. It's because of where I am. I can't handle it alone. The little ones I can handle, I have already handled them. Now I'm asking you for the one that is very heavy for me to assist your brother. Are there some babu a job? Please support your brother on this issue of gadget. If you go to the page, you will see a super chat. You can give us super chat. You can give us how much you want from there. If you don't want to be open, you can contact us private on our line. The line to contact on this is +9733 60 51 337. You can contact me on this line and ask me anything you want to support with. You are free. Please give us your widow's mind to support to build this platform. Official AJ said the American congressman does not have anything with Ogenkere. It's also said again, Elias and the cohort is the congressman. The idiot Ogenkere knows. He is Mumu man. Exactly, my brother. Thank you for that word. You are registered on this platform. Listen to this voice again.
The international community would see the financial secretary's claim as an attempt to hijack the independence movement and would not give it any legal weight. Recognition is a political act, but it is based on legal principles. A financial secretary's claim would fail on both counts.
A financial secretary's claim will fail on both counts. You are talking about going to court. One man like him public assault. Now public of Igbe, look at what Ogenkere is doing themselves. And they are some idiots are following him. People like him are following him. The international law community will see the financial secretary claim as an attempt to hijack the independency movement and would not give it any legal weight. Yes, he is a criminal. That is why he's giving them such amount of money. Now, photo be that, my brother. Now, photo. Listen to this. The international law would see Ogenkere claim as attempt to hijack the independence movement and he would not give it any legal weight. Now, the congressmen who can never support Ogenkere. The only congressman Ogenkere have is Elias. You see that Ruby, they always come outside. He's taking his money from Ogenkere because nobody they will put honey in his mouth. No matter how you put that honey into your mouth, you will lick part of it. That is what Ruby is doing. He's also giving them false hope because he knows a time will come when the government will take in charge of everything. A financial secretary's claim would fail on both counts woefully. It doesn't count. That shenanigan is doing does not count. My people, this is session 1. And you know how we do it here. Anybody who decided to call is free to call right now into what we are doing. Anyone who wants to call, my brother, my sister, the number to call is +9 7 3 3 6 0 5 1 3 3 7. That is the number. Now I will play full. So in case if you want to cut the voice and send outside, you can do it right now. I will not say a word.
Under international law, it is not possible for a financial secretary who did not make a declaration of independence to gain international recognition for a new country, especially after a chief of staff already did. Here's why the chief of staff has the only legitimate claim. The declaration is the foundation. The Declaration of Independence is the official and public act that formally creates a new state in the eyes of international law. It is the birth certificate that a group uses to assert its right to self-determination and sovereignty. Without this fundamental document, a financial secretary has no legal basis to claim a state exists or to represent it on the world stage. Their role is purely administrative, not sovereign. Effective control and political legitimacy. For a new country to be recognized, it must have a government in effective control of a population and territory. The Chief of Staff's declaration, even if made in a time of crisis, establishes a claim to a government structure and political legitimacy. The Financial Secretary, by contrast, is not a head of state and has no claim to be a government. A country cannot be recognized as a state if there is no political entity claiming to be its government. The international community would see the Financial Secretary's claim as an attempt to hijack the independence movement and would not give it any legal weight. Recognition is a political act, but it is based on legal principles. A financial secretary's claim would fail on both counts.
On the principle of international law, whatever Ogenkere thing that he's doing failed. He fell on both counts. Now he fell on the position of being a finance secretary. He fell on the position of being an acting prime minister or whatever he may call himself. In this both count, he fell woefully, my people. He fell woefully. After you have had this session 1, as we are preparing our mind to go into session 2, please, if you want to call, you have this time to call. You have the time to call. If you have been following, if you have anything to tell the Biafran people, even up to pray for Mazen Kanu release today, you are free to do that. You can call to pray for Mazen Kanu release. and chip one or two things in, my people. Today is the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu court day in Nigeria, and we look at today will be the final day that he will be released. So you can also call to pray for him. You can also pray for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today. You can call and do that. If there's anything you want to say, you can call and pray, and after your prayer, you can mute the mic. These are the things that we have to do on our own. Nobody will do it for us. We are moving into session 2 as we are waiting for calls to come in. As we are waiting, we are moving into session 2. So, everything that we are doing, we have now raised ourselves to do it under, to do exposition of everything under international law. So you may know those that you are following, and you may know what it's all about. It's no longer a time to say it without backup. We are saying it right now with all the backup, and I hope you can see the backup. You can see the backup. The backup we have the backup of UN Charter. We have backup of Montevideo Convention, 1933. We have the backup of Geneva Convention, 1949 as amended. We have the backup of Vienna Convention, 1978. These are the backup into a new country movement and things that surrenders it right round. That we, Biafran people, must pass through those way that other countries has passed. And we must do our own. The same way other countries who has gone into this get their own independence also. Our own is not going to be different from other people's own. Because we are seeking what those countries has been seek and found. I hope we are making common sense, my people. I hope, my people, we are making common sense. I hope we are educating ourselves. Are we still here? I hope we are making common sense to ourselves. Everything we are doing, I want to understand. I am also letting you know that we are on the right track and we are getting it well. That is one thing that we all must know. It is our rights to do what we are doing. It is our rights to keep it up and continue to be pushing until we get to the final destination of what we as Biafran people are doing. Then here is our final destination. Biafra land is our final destination. Biafra land is what? Our final destination. Anybody who wants to call can call. Please, it is important. After we're waiting for the call, the way I research it to attach it on international law is between BRIGE with a document and between BRIGE without a document of declaration document under international law, who will get international recognition. These are the things I think on my own. I type, when after typing it, I put it under international law. They now give me the things we are about to hear. I am not hiding how I'm getting this. I want you to know it's just a common sense, what you need to apply. Then we are there. These are truths that must be told. And who are those that are going to tell the truth, if not you and I, as a Biafran people? not be confused. Do not be what confused. Stand strong. Because what we are doing, it's what standing strong on it. It's what everything. I want to listen to this. I will be back.
Under international law, the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, BRGIE, with a declaration document will have a significantly stronger case for international recognition than a version of the BRGIA without such a document. Here's a breakdown of why. 1. The power of the declaration document. A declaration of independence is a crucial legal and political instrument. Without it, a claim to statehood is ambiguous and lacks a clear foundation. The document serves to formally articulate the political will. It clearly and publicly announces the intent to create a new state, which is a fundamental first step in the process of self-determination. Create a legal and political entity. The declaration transforms a political movement into a de jure, by law, government in exile. This provides a tangible entity for other states to engage with. Provide a basis for recognition. Other countries and international bodies need a formal document to review and acknowledge. The declaration outlines the principles, territorial claims, and the legal basis for the new state, which is essential for a potential recognizing state's legal and foreign policy analysis. 2. The legal and practical shortcomings of a BRGIE without a document. A BRGIE without a declaration document is essentially just a group of individuals claiming to represent a people. Under international law, this is not sufficient for recognition. It fails to meet the basic criteria of statehood, particularly the capacity to enter into relations with other states. Without a founding document, there is no clear legal or political basis for other countries to engage with it. 3. State practice and precedent. History shows that successful secessionist movements and governments in exile that have gained recognition have done so with a formal declaration of independence. For example, the Biafra of 1967 to 1970, the original Republic of Biafra, led by Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, made a formal declaration of independence on May 30, 1967. This document was the basis for the diplomatic recognition it received from a handful of countries. Bangladesh, 1971. The government in exile of Bangladesh issued a proclamation of independence that served as the legal basis for its international recognition and eventual statehood after the war with Pakistan. In contrast, an entity without a declaration is seen as an informal group or an insurgency, not a state in the making. For a government in exile, which by definition lacks effective control over territory, a formal declaration is one of the few ways it can demonstrate its legitimacy and purpose on the world stage. A declaration document alone does not guarantee international recognition, it is a necessary prerequisite. The BRGIE with the document has a legal and political argument to make. The one without it has none.
Very good. My people, I hope you are hearing this. I hope you are following. I hope after this attack, I hope my people are still here. Official AJ, are you still here? Can I see a comment from you? Let me know whether if we are under attack. I don't know whether we're under attack again today, because if you're under attack, you can't see any. I cannot see any comments. Let me check from the other gadget if we are under attack or not. Okay. Yes, this page is under attack, but the other side is not under attack. What is going on again this morning? You see, our people are commenting itself. A lot of comments are here. A lot of comments. We even have a new people who just joined us. Why? What happened? What happened? I see God is with me. I see you. I see green. I see you. Good morning. I don't know. On this particular side we are under attack, but the other side we are free. We cannot see any comments anymore. So I don't know the reason why it happens like that. I can't see any comments anymore. So we continue. We continue listening. Nothing will stop us. If they attack us, they will later allow us to be. So if you are reading your comments, Just put it there. I want you to know that we're under attack from the other side. After reading the document, we are going to go back and check all the comments. Please bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me, my people, for the attack that we are under it. After you have listened to all these things that I'm playing, after you have listened to all these documents, what is that thing that is still making you to be confused up to now? What is that thing that you are confused about is my question to you. After you have listening, after you have heard what I'm doing right here, why are you still confused? Why are you giving your money on what is not supposed to be? Is it how foolish you are with your money? Is it how useless and senseless you are with your money? Why are you funding a distraction to you and to your entire generation? That is what you are doing. Now, we play, we explain.
Under international law, the Biafra Republic government in exile, BRGIE, with a declaration document, will have a significantly stronger case for international recognition than a version of the BRGIE without such a document.
I hope you are hearing. I know why I put BRIGE. So for people to understand what we're saying. No matter how, okay, just ask a question on your Google. Ask Google. A group of people without a document of declaration, can they get international recognition without a document? Type it and find an answer by yourself. And it will see where it will refer you immediately. That is why I told you that all these things are laid down principle. They are there waiting for you to just to ask for it. Get the right word, they will give it to you. Under international law is what we are presenting to you as a Biafran. Under international law, the Biafra government, the Biafra Republic government in exile, BRIGE, with a declaration document, we have a significantly strong case for international recognition than a version of the BRIGE without such a document. You know, sometimes I keep on saying this, that our people did not understand the importance or the quality of this, our declaration. In that declaration is where everything begins. In that declaration is where we lay we lay the every down structure, every down thing laid down there, and give us the mandate to move on. The declaration is a number one. You know, when they say that this, tell me, can you count 1,000 without mentioning one? Can anyone jump into 1,000 without counting one? That is the number one step to prove to public that we are a country. Are you following? That is number one. To prove what? That we as the Biafran people have chosen to become a country by openly declaration of United States of Biafra as a new government. Sorry, my people, that is what it is. It's not the other way around. It's not what? The other way around. It follows only... Hey, God. This thing might distract me. It follows only one way of what we are doing. Please permit me, hold on. I threw something on ground. Very important for what we are doing. Sorry, my people. So, when I said do not be panicked, do not be confused, that you are on the right track, by supporting your government, you are on the right track. This is a truth that we almost adhere into it. There is no time to check time anymore, because everything has already been laid down to us. That is why Obatobie can beat up his chest and told us that everything to get United States of Biafra as a new country, that everything has been laid down. And even if he's not there, that nobody will stop it. They all lay down under international law. And that is what we are seeing here today. That is exactly what we are seeing into what we are doing. When they come to deceive you, do not be
Here's a
deceived.
breakdown of why. 1. The power of the declaration document. A declaration of independence is a crucial legal and political instrument. Without it, a claim to statehood is ambiguous and lacks a clear foundation. The document serves to formally articulate the political will. It clearly and publicly announces the intent to create a new state, which is a fundamental first step in the process of self-determination. Create a legal and political entity. The declaration transforms a political movement into a de jure by law government in exile. This provides a tangible entity for other states to engage with. Provide a
I hope you are listening. Just be patient and listen. We are going down through somewhere where it's going to benefit all of us. That's why I told you, we are only here to educate ourselves. We are not here to do the same thing other people are doing. We are not here to analyze any other thing except to analyze these international laws, why it is our right and why we must follow it all. That is the things that we are here to do. And I hope that the way we are doing it, that you are understanding it. Listen to this. Listen to this. Here are a breakdown of why Brige with document we get international recognition, and also the Brige government in exile without documents cannot get any international. Imagine Ogen open his mouth to forget about document of declaration. Now they are telling how important the declaration document it is. If Ogen see a way with Sonny Aparawa to steal this document, they could have steal from our DPM by now. And if it is a way they can prove her life for them to get what they want, they would have done it by now. I said what? They could have done it by now, but because they did not see a way to do it, that is why they're telling you, forget about the document. We Biafran peoples, we can never forget about the documents, because it is very important and it is what we really need this time around into our movement. That is what will send us to have a powerful argument into the war stage. Do you have it? Clearly. A declaration of independence is a crucial legal and political instrument. A political what? Instrument. For those who are telling you one of our own is a politician, yes, we're supposed to be happy that we have one of our own who is into politics and who is a politician that are under this government of United States of Biafra. We're supposed to be happy about it. We're supposed to be what? Happy that there is somebody who are what? A politician who is flowing us up into what we are doing, and they are in the government. That is those who are going to help us to get what we are looking for. Because it is our right. It's simply, let me ask this question. If your father is a pastor, must you be a pastor? Or because of your father is a pastor and you are not a pastor, you're not a normal human being? It's all about our different choices we have to make. Like what makes us a human being. Our choices of what we want is part of the things that make us a human being. And because of what we are doing, how the politics is important into it. That is why we all must continue to do what we are doing. Listen, without its claim to stakehold, ambiguous and lack of clear foundation, the documents serve to what? Formal article the political will. That is the service of the what? Of the document of the United States of Biafra self-referendum that we have declared, that we made everything possible for you and I today to be alive and also be a Biafran with this document. When you do not understand the importance of what we are doing, you may look at it the other way around, that it still happens to be like the Biafran people did not understand what they are doing. We do, we understand, we appreciate the deed of the government also and our declaration mandate. These are the important things that we all have to use. These are the important things that we all have to work with. It is our right. They said it is our inalienable right. What you see that we are doing today. Yes, I see Biafran, I see Juliet, good morning from here. I see Nicholas, good morning from here. I see Dim Chigozie, good morning from here. So, these are the people of Biafran people who just join us. Please, when you join us, please like and share the program so others may know that we are live and they also come to join us. It is very, very imperative if you do so. Please endeavor to do that. I hope you are getting what we are doing. A formal article, a formal articulates the political will. It's clear and the public announce the intent to create a new state, a declaration document, which is a fundamental first step in the process of self-determination. In the process of self-determination of a people that was marginalized, that was killed, that was a lot of things, a declaration that we made is a public announcement of our interest to declare Biafra as a country for us to have a new nation. Then they said here, which is a fundamental first step in the process of self-defamation. It is what it is. I pity those who did not understand. I pity those that was deceived, that the gullibles deceived them. I hope you understand it proper and plain. It's in see, for us to be a country, this is the process we have to go. The documents of the declaration, the document of self-referendum, these two things and the grievances of the Biafran people. These three documents are very, very powerful under international law. They are the one that give us a right. That is why, how everything and where everything must start from. That's what my mother would say, do not panic, your government is doing the right thing. Your government is doing the right thing. Also, remember that our line is still open for phone calls as we continue on the second session. Remember, the number to call remains +9 7 3 3 60 51 337. We can also call to pray for Mazen Nandekano, who is going to appear in court today, that we are looking for the government for them to release him and let him go and treat himself and be alive. This is the truth that we all must know. This is the truth. And we're looking out for that, for its release today. So you can also call me to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you understand everything I'm doing, and you don't have a word to throw on it, or you don't want to support the voice, you can pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can also pray in the comment section also for him. Creating a legal and political entity is the next article. The declaration transformed a political movement into the Jew recognition by law. Government in exile, this provide a tangible entity for other states to engage with. A declaration provide us that other countries may decide to engage, may decide to have a business with us, may decide to analyze with all that with all or with us that have the document of declaration of independent state of Biafra and the self-referendum and our grievances. This is how it works. Look at what the action was here. Now, when you transfer this into your government, do you think that your government is doing the right thing? Do you think about that? That your government is on the right track after you have listened to all this? This provides as a tangible entity for other states to engage with. For some countries not to engage with us, our declaration documents, because about administration of a new country is all about politics. He said the declaration transform a political movement into the due recognition. That is the first recognition. After you have declared, the only thing happens to you that you have already been automatically first the due recognition and be also the full recognition of a new country. Provide basics of recognition. Listen.
Basis for recognition. Other countries and international bodies need a formal document to review and acknowledge. The declaration outlines the principles, territorial claims, and the legal basis for the new state, which is essential for a potential recognizing state's legal and foreign policy analysis.
Are you hearing it? How to provide the recognition basics. How to provide it. Other countries and international bodies need a formal document. And if someone is telling you, forget about the document. It is under most that other countries, we ask you, where is your country document? They said here, other countries and international bodies need a formal document to review and acknowledge your declaration. The declaration outlines the principle, territorial claims, and the legal basic for the new state, which is external for a political organization, state, legal, and foreign policy analysis. When we give the other countries our document of declaration and our grievances, why do you see why Obato Obie asked for Biafran people to conduct our grievances on a paper, to also to attach it into the world? So you see from Obato Obie getting things he's telling you to do, and all of them are legal, not illegal. Now, with this our official document of declaration, the world might start to interpret it and look at it. Countries may look at it before they can give us international recognition. They will say, okay, what is their problem? Why are they leaving? This is what we need to know. I told you here, I am not here to run propaganda of anybody. Anybody. But I am here to use this law to analyze them, to analyze Ogenkere and their criminality and how fake they are. Now you can see how fake Ogenkere is. Remember, we are under what? A government in exile, Brige, the way he was mentioning it, that has a document, their ground and their support under international law. How they can use it to get the recognition for the Biafran people. The power of the declaration document. That is the process that we are passing. That is what we are making analysis on it. So you may know that the government are on the right track. They are doing what it takes. And they have what it takes to get international recognition. We are not seeking for international attention. No. There's a difference between when we are in the protest, when we are in the former Brige, government in exile, we are seeking for attention of the world. The attention also draw arrest of Mass Simon Ebanjoko. Do you know that? It is an attention. Now that we are seeking for recognition, we have a document. We have 3 documents to present to the world. Other countries may have 2 or 1. That is why I told you that we have overmet those criteria of international law from Montevideo Convention, from Geneva Convention, from Vienna Convention, from UN charters. We have overmet it because we have more than 3 documents to present to the world. We are also going to renew the document of Supreme Court Ojukwu, and those that was recognized him then is 1 document. When we are in a Brige, those countries that recognize us is another document. We have a set document to present to the world after our declaration as the first step to make a claim that a country is have emerged after the declaration. This is the pure truth that we all must know, or what they hide from us. How to do what? To let the world know that we understand those things they have hide from us. So, I see you, Ikenna. Good. Ike, good morning. You are welcome. You're welcome, my brother. Thank you so much for coming. Please, as you come, please like and share the program. If it is your first time of coming to this platform, you will see me in between of wall in this form. So in between of that wall, you will see me at the center. You will see a 3 dots in front of you. Please click on that 3 dots. That it will open. You will see like and share. Please do that for me. Please, if you think that the program want to learn for all these okokos to hear it, do that, because we don't know from the platform they might see this broadcast. That is why it's important our exposition that we are doing, because from now we are going to change everything under exposition. That's what it's supposed to be. Because we are making an exposition, we analyzing it properly to every layman understanding. And I now ask Biafran people, are we understanding it at all? Do we understand what I'm doing? Are we understanding this law that is here before us? That is my question. Are we understanding it? I want to see in the comment section. Can we continue or do we stop? Are you tired? Do you want me to stop? Are you tired for the day? If you are, tell me, because I must talk to people, which is the Biafran people. Or are we still here to understand what we are doing and why you have to do it. Please, it is very imperative for me to know, are we still here? Because I cannot do it alone. Your comment also give me more strength to do more, or to research more, to bring it out, to come and do my exposition to Biafran people. The time we are into is no longer a time of saying the way we want. My people, are we still here? Do we continue? Or do you want to go and join other platforms where you can hear about Adeorama, Chiamaka Ajere? Is it what you prefer? If it's what you want, tell me. Then I will close the program, so then I will allow you to go and join. Yes, Officer AJ said carry go, and Ike said no, sir. We must continue. Thank you so much for being here and commenting. Thank you so much. You can see I use another gadget to find out. They have this page is under attack, but they can attack and stop the program. No, we are past that stage. We are upgrading it day in, day out, for them not to do that when we are live and we are direct. So my people say we should continue. Remember, a Brige government in exile, let me put it in that way, that have a document, and the one that don't have a document. Now if I may ask you, which one has the document? Chai, which of them has the document, my people? Chigozie said, move ahead. Yes, so we are moving. Between these two articles, between Brige government in exile without a document, and between Brige on United States of Biafra has a document, which one is the right one? Which one is the right one, my people? This is how you know the truth. The truth is like a watch you put in your hand. You don't need to use mirror to look at watch. That is how important of what we are doing. That is how it is like. I want you to know that. Remember, once again I told that we need your support on this page. We want to get a gadget. The only gadget that we are lacking and remain what we're doing is laptop. And I'm also to thank those of our brothers who are contributing already. We ask you please to support for us to get it. So when we come, we put this program on live screen. So from where you are, you can read it by yourself. You can also come in and be inside studio and also do your own analysis or your own exposition about that. Please support us. You can do that through us a super chat. If you check on that on the YouTube page, you will see a super chat. Just click on it. Give the widow's mind to support this platform. Please, my people, it is very important for us to do so. Now listen. The declaration outlined the principle, territorial claim, and the legal base for the new state, which is external for a political recognition, a state legal and foreign policy analysis. In this previous article, you have heard what it takes. Now, let us go into this. The legal and the... Listen to this.
2. The legal and practical shortcomings of a BRGIE without a document.
Are you hear it? The legal and the practical shorts of BRIG without a document. Now listen. Ome.
A BRGIE without a declaration document is essentially just a group of individuals claiming to represent a people. Under international law, this is not sufficient for recognition. It fails to meet the basic criteria of statehood, particularly the, quote, capacity to enter into relations with other states. Without a founding document, there is no clear legal or political basis for other countries to engage with it.
Do you hear it? Brige without a declaration document is instead just a group of individuals to represent a people. They are claiming. That is how international law see them. See Ogenkere and Sonny Akwarawa with Elias. That is how they see Mamadou Abu, who has lost in the middle of the road. That is how they see Adan Docho and Biafra is unite. This is how international law see them. That's why I told you, the level we are or not the level where we want to continue that way that we are doing before. We must change the narrative because it's in our hand to let the world understand that we understand this legacy that was already been laid down, this legal principle, this legal participation that we have to follow. It is on the right of us to do that. Listen. Under international law, this is no sufficient. Under international law, is not sufficient for recognition. It failed to meet the basic criteria of a stakeholder, particularly the capacity to enter into relations with other states. No Genkere or Brige that he claimed, you had it here, they said, a Brige without a declaration document, it is externally just a group of individuals claiming to represent a people. They are claiming it. Under international law, this is not a sufficient for recognition. It fails to meet the basic criteria of stakeholders. The capacity to enter into relations with other states without a there is no claim, legal or political basis for other countries to engage with Ogenkere. That is why congressmen disappeared, or surprisingly, they are watching him from television. That is why all these things need an attention. That is why all these things we must know. So to avoid the mistake, because ignorant or in the eyes of the law is not an excuse that the law will not catch you. When you prove ignorant, the law will teach you by force. I hope you are following. There is no way, or with what Ogenkere is claiming, without this declaration document, without our grievances document, without official declaration, Ogenkere goes nowhere. They see him as what? A group of individuals claiming to represent a people. Under international law, this is how they see them. This is how they see Ogenkere. Brige is that document. A group claiming that they are representing the people. And I am happy today that they can come out and say that the majority are with the useless majority. That is how they put the word. That the useless majority are with the so-called United States of Biafra of Ngozi Orabueze. On a man win Ugogi. Apagi Paul Kapo Nyozo. Akpaghi dapụ n'ụzọ ka akpa ndị ọzọ. The government is beating both the so-called IPOB, One Nigeria, any group that are emerging today, the United States of Biafra government are beating them hands down. Do you understand? The government is beating them what? Hands down with these documents. And they said that the document will not generate 2 times. We are not going to redeclare Biafra again. Anybody who tries it, the country where he's planning, immediately the government send, gets you arrested, and they will detain you for insubordination. Or you never know. Search, then you will know. Try read, then you will know. The world will hide the important documents on written notes, and it's very hard for us to adhere to search to get it right. These are the things that we must know, not always engaging with one another programs. But it's very important to debunk their lies, because on international they say that the social media is a place to use to debunk the hijack the movement who want to spread lies and propaganda against government. That is why everything that we are doing is important, because we will not put all our orange in one basket. That is why for me, this is one the school asked me to do, and I think I am doing it, my dear friend people. With your support, I am doing that, and the promise to continue to do that, to do more than this. Once we have our gadget, then you will see what we have loaded. Could have seen what we have loaded, and you will shout. You know, some people come to this place, they will pass, because I like keeping my thing plain. That is kind of human being I am. I don't wear clothes that has many designs. No, it has many colors. I like something plain. You can also follow us on our S handle, Biafra TV on our S handle. We are posting all these things there, so you can also help us to retweet it, so it will be going viral. Do that. Just go to S handle, type Biafra. You will see me. Then start following. Then whenever we make a post, you will see it. So you can also help us to retweet the post. It is very important. It's what we are doing. Under international law, there is no sufficient for recognition for Ogenkere without a document and declaration. Ogenkere fails to meet the basic criteria of stakehold to be a new nation. Ogenkere failed, he does not meet those criteria. Particularly, Ogenkere failed on the capacity to enter into relation with other states. Without a funding document, there is no clean legal or political basics for other country to engage with Ogenkere, because he does not have a declaration document. It is very, very sacrosanct. It is very, very important for us to have a declaration document, which is in the hands of our DPM, the chief of staff, who made a declaration of United States of Biafra on November 29, 2024. These are the important things that we must know. Now, number 3.
3. State practice and precedent. History shows that successful secessionist movements and governments in exile that have gained recognition have done so with a formal declaration of independence. For example,
before you hear this example will shock you if you're just joining us from now. History shows that successful secessionalist movements and governments in exile that have gained recognition with a formal declaration of independence. For example, there's people who has done this way, what we are doing today. Some country has gone through that way of being exiled, being a foreign country, to make a declaration. Do you not even look at where they refer us? Listen.
The Biafra of 1967 to 1970, the original Republic of Biafra, led by Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, made a formal declaration of independence on May 30th, 1967. This document was the basis for the diplomatic recognition it received from a handful of countries. Bangladesh.
Do you hear that? On our own. Because Ojukwu made declaration of Biafra when he was in the border of Nigeria, and he made a declaration. He's not in Biafra land when he was in Nigeria, talking to Nigeria, and they refused, and he said, as we are going as the United States of Biafra government. That is how only Ojukwu single-handedly made a declaration of United. The Biafra of 1967 to 1970, the original Republic of Biafra, led by Chukwuemeka Odimegwu Ojukwu, the Biafra today that we have declared is the original. It still remains that Biafra. We only just made what? Real declaration of that one Ojukwu did not completed. Made a formal declaration of independence on May 30, 1967. This document was the basic of the diplomatic recognition it received from a handful of countries. A handful of countries. Do you understand it? Do you see how Ojukwu get recognition with official declaration of a new country called United States of Biafra? This is how he gathered the momentum. This is how he gets national recognition in what he was doing. Then also another country like Bangladesh in 1971. Listen how their government in exile gets international recognition and the freed their leader was arrested and held in Pakistan. Listen.
1971. The government in exile of Bangladesh issued a proclamation of independence that served as the legal basis for its international recognition and eventual statehood after the war with Pakistan.
After the war, the government in exile of Bangladesh issued a proclamation of declaration of independence that served as the legal basis for its international recognition and eventually statehood after the war with Pakistan. Are you listening? Some countries today has gone through this process that we are going today. Some countries has gone through this way that we are going today. So our own is not going to be different from what other countries has passed through. My people, I hope we are making common sense. Common sense. I hope we are in line. I hope we are in line. I want to see in the comment section if we are in line with what we are doing. Do you think that we are doing it right with all this that I am making a position on it? Bangladesh in 1971, the government of Bangladesh in exile of Bangladesh issued a proclamation of independence that served as the legal base for its international recognition and eventually a statehood after the war with Pakistan. They went ahead, they declared it. After the declaration, they awoke. When the leader was arrested, they did not fall back. The Bengali people, the Bangladesh people in 1971, they did not fall back. They put your head ahead to get international recognition with the name Bangladesh, not any other name. There's why having government in exile. Do you see how everything was being held? Sorry about that. So, we are doing the same thing that Bangladesh did. Today, Bangladesh is a country on their own, no matter how you may see. Even some of our brothers from Biafra land, some of our Biafra people are in Bangladesh hustling. Imagine. Imagine that. So I don't know why. I don't know from where you are getting this, you are so-called the Brige, that we are going to get us recognition. I want to see a congressman. Stop deceiving yourself, and stop deceiving those who are following you. Allow them, free them. I hope you are following. I want you to know that everything that we are doing, that we are doing the right thing. We are following the template of other countries and the template of international laws. That is what we have to follow. Do you know that after international recognition, then the Bangladesh leader who was held in Pakistan was released? That's why I told you that we must push hard for international recognition. That was end incarceration of Simon Ekpa Joko. That was end incarceration of Simon Ekpa, even anytime, any day to going back to Nigeria court. It's not possible anymore because they have collected everything they want from him. So my people, how Bangladesh people, they refers to them. International law refer Bangladesh into what we are passing to right now.
Contrast, an entity without a declaration is seen as an informal group or an insurgency, not a state in the making. For a government in exile, which by definition lacks effective control over territory, a formal declaration is one of the few ways it can demonstrate its legitimacy and purpose on the world stage. In short, while a declaration document alone does not guarantee international recognition, it is a necessary prerequisite. The Brige with the document has a legal and political argument to make. The one without it has none.
Do you hear that? Do you hear this? In context, an entity without a declaration is seen as an informal group or an insurgency, non-state without declaration. Without this, our document declaration. This is how they see Ogenkere. That is why, now, can you understand why the congressmen disappeared from Ogenkere and only to watch him on television? Can you see it right now, my people? Can you understand it very well? Which by definition lack effective control over territory. Few way it can demonstrate its legitimacy and the process on their was on the world. Are you following? Are you following? So that is why you don't have to panic. That is why you have to stand on the side of your government. That is why everything in between follows right now into what we are doing. Listen, for a government which by the function lack effective control territory, formal declaration is one of the way it can demonstrate its legitimacy and the process propose to propose on the world stage. With what? With official declaration documents. In short, why a declaration document alone does not grant international recognition, it is a necessary prerequisite. The Brige with the document has a legal and political agreement to make. The one without has none. The one that without Ogenkere, without our document, has nothing to offer the world or to the world stage or to Biafran people. He can never, only to spoil is what they are doing. And people are happy spoiling with him. Could you imagine? I see Obi Chicago, useless woman who doesn't understand the law and what the law presents to the Biafran people. Telling you, snapping picture, making video of Brige. Bring her to come and listen. These are a bunch of fools and criminals. These are a bunch of idiot hijackers. I hope you listen to this very well. Now, the Ogenkere guy who gave you a document of their declaration, no one have anything to offer. That he can never get recognition. It's only in these governments that make it officially are the one that has this document, has something to argue on the international global stage. Not you, not your lobby, and not your layers, not Sonia Prawa, and those who are flowing sheepishly. Those that you are deceiving day in, day out. My people, I hope you are understanding this that we are doing. I hope you are here with us. Everything in between. I want to allow you to play without interrupting it. So if you want to record and post on your page or on your YouTube, on your Facebook, you can do that. Listen once more. Remember that our line is open. Plus 733 60. That is the number. If you want to call to pray for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you can do that.
Under international law, the Biafra Republic government in exile, BRGIE, with a declaration document, will have a significantly stronger case for international recognition than a version of the BRGIE without such a document. Here's a breakdown of why. 1. The power of the declaration document. The Declaration of Independence is a crucial legal and political instrument. Without it, a claim to statehood is ambiguous and lacks a clear foundation. The document serves to formally articulate the political will. It clearly and publicly announces the intent to create a new state, which is a fundamental first step in the process of self-determination. Create a legal and political entity. The declaration transforms a political movement into a de jure by law government in exile. This provides a tangible entity for other states to engage with. Provide a basis for recognition. Other countries and international bodies need a formal document to review and acknowledge. The declaration outlines the principles and the legal basis for the new state, which is essential for a potential recognizing states' legal and foreign policy analysis. 2. The legal and practical shortcomings of a BRGIE without a document. A BRGIE without a declaration document is essentially just a group of individuals claiming to represent a people. Under international law, this is not sufficient for recognition. It fails to meet the basic criteria of statehood, particularly the, quote, capacity to enter into relations with other states. Without a founding document, there is no clear legal or political basis for other countries to engage with it. 3. State practice and precedent. History shows that successful secessionist movements and governments that have gained recognition have done so with a formal declaration of independence. For example, the Biafra of 1967 to 1970. The original Republic of Biafra, led by Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, made a formal declaration of independence on May 30, 1967. This document was the basis for the diplomatic recognition. Bangladesh, 1971. The government in exile of Bangladesh issued a proclamation of independence that served as the legal basis for its international recognition and eventual statehood after the war with Pakistan. In contrast, an entity without a declaration is seen as an informal group or an insurgency, not a state in the making. For a government in exile, which by definition lacks effective control over territory, a formal declaration is one of the few ways it can demonstrate its legitimacy and purpose on the world stage. In short, while a declaration document alone does not guarantee international recognition, it is a necessary prerequisite. The BRGIE with the document has a legal...
I hope you allow me to play for the gullibles, for the doubting Thomas, for them to see I am not making it up. That is what it is. It is what it is. The truth is what we are bringing out to you. I see our mother, Margaret Joe Kwe. Thank you so much for coming. I see my brother, Go Choose 042 Anyezioku. Good morning from here. I see Choose from Ghana. Good morning from here. These are the genuine Biafrans. I hope that you are following and you are getting more courage that your government is on the right track. That you who follow the government is doing a better thing to yourself. You need to clap for yourself for not being deceived. You need to clap for yourself for standing on the side of the government. You need to thank Chukwu Okabiam for making him, for you to understand the importance of the government. Remember on this platform how we do it. Hashtag Finland government, free Mass Simon Ebanjoko, a prisoner of conscience. Hashtag Nigeria government Britain, release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience. This is hashtag. This is how it goes to this platform. So my people, I can see you. Emmanuel, Greg, you're welcome. Thank you, brother, for coming in. As we continue, remember the number to call remains plus 97 336051337 if you wish to call. That is the number that anybody who wants to call has to use to call me. Only on WhatsApp you can be able to contribute your own quota inside what we are doing. Our line is open for phone call. After you have listened to this, what came into your mind is the question. Now, are you fully satisfied? Are you really believed in what the government is doing? Bangladesh in 1971 passed through this way that we are passing today. Chukwuemeka Odumegwu passed through that way. Despite after having it, he fell because of a lack of international recognition, international body who will support him. That is only it. Those who come to get oil, and because they did not give France oil, because they didn't give some of them oil, they disappear. They refuse to give us their fully support. I want to know that the government is the right thing. They are doing everything good in what they have to do. So, within everything that you have had right now, are you still that? Can you still come tomorrow and put hand deep down inside your pocket and give the government a better money for them to seek and push for everything in between and get everything right for you and for the Biafran people? I hope you are following. I hope you are following. I hope now you're understanding the importance of the declaration and why we have to do that. Why we have to do that. Why do we have to do the declaration? Why? Is for us to get international recognition. That's what brings us out that we are a new nation. That is how we have proclaimed it. I hope you might understand me right now. Let us proceed to the next headline to discuss this morning. They have started spreading lies. Now, I want to listen to why we know that our history, that we are the one making the history by ourselves. And that is how we'll be pushing it. So it's the world will be hearing it from us very well. These are part of those things that they don't want us to know. But today, the record, the history are carrying our names into what we are doing. Who declared Biafra? In which year did Biafra declare? The Biafra was declared by who? By who? Listen to this.
A declaration of the independent United States of Biafra was made in Lahti, Finland, on November 29, 2024, by Ngozi Orubueze, who was appointed Chief of Staff by Simon Ekpa. The event in 2024, but it was expedited after Ekpa's arrest by Finnish authorities. During the conference, Orubueze led the proceedings and declared sovereignty, currency, and proposed states. She also took an oath of office to formalize her role in the newly proclaimed government. The declaration, which was made with the backing of Ekpa's supporters, faces challenges. A video from a news channel reports that the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, another pro-Biafra group, has publicly disassociated itself from the declaration, calling it a scam.
Do you hear it? I told you that our history has been entering in the book under laws, under these bodies that are monitoring a new country declaration. It has been registered. Which name do you hear? And that she declared it because of some problems that are rising. Then instead of waiting for December 2nd, that she declared it on November 29, 2024. Now, you many appointed to do that, but as chief of staff, but Matt Simon and Joko. I hope you heard it clearly. Our history must be made by us. Anytime you want to call on this program, dial the number and call. We will accept your call. I want you. That's even is there. You see how they said the indigenous people of self-acclaimed IPOB organization, not because the world of indigenous people, I mean you and I, who are the authentic and who stand on the side of the government that was officially declared on November 29, who has the right to enter into treaties, alliance with countries. And you have had it here that a declaration is the number one and primary step for us to get international recognition. Declaration did not give us automatically recognition. No. When declare, that is when the work began. You have to work hard. You have to put pressure on the political wings. You have to put pressure on social media to be talking about the declaration of Biafra now that the enemies are continue to preach. We must continue to sell. I hope you are making, I hope you are getting something. I hope you are understanding what we are doing. Why it is very, very important, and it is very, very imperative that we continue doing that. My people, nobody. Our history is with us. Now, that our self-referendum vote with a document of declaration, how does the international law see it into what we are doing? This is the next article, the next chapter we are going to deal with this time around. So we must stand with United South Biafra that has legal right to apply or to seek for international recognition. Listen to this.
A document of self-referendum and a declaration document are the primary tools a government in exile, such as the Biafra government, uses to seek international recognition. These documents do not automatically grant recognition, but are crucial for building a legal and political...
This a document of self-referendum and a declaration document are the primary tools a government in exile, such as the Biafra government, such as the United States of Biafra government, who has all these documents in their hand, used to seek international recognition. This document does not automatically grant recognition, but are crucial for building a legacy and the political cases for us to be organized under international law. Are you following? Are you following me? Number one, listen to number one.
1. The declaration document. A declaration document is the formal legal instrument that a secessionist group uses to announce its intention to form a new state. This is an essential forms the group's claim from a mere political aspiration into a formal legal and political entity. The declaration, which often outlines the reasons for secession and the principles of the new state, provides a tangible document that can be presented to foreign governments and international bodies. 2.
Let's finish number one first. Please, like I want to ask on comment section, Coaches 042, please like and share, so others know that we are live. Please like the program. Like the program. There is what that YouTube is doing to me, which I don't know, I don't understand. Now that I'm alive, now that this program is live going on, if you check from getting to over 2 hours that we are here, you will see only 21 views. But if you end this program right now, you will see about one. The page is under attack, I can see. But like I told, they will not stop, because it's not like that time they can stop it at a moment. No, we our eyes is open very well, and we monitoring the platform also. We are under attack, but it does not matter. What matters is that we are doing what we are doing. This is the truth of the matter. In this number 1, a declaration document is a formal legal instrument that a secession group used to announce its intention to form a new country. This is what they call us. The same people who told us that we have a right to form a new country. That's why I told that international law, they are speaking from both sides of their mouth. The coming of Biafra, we put everything straight the way it's supposed to be. It can be easy for people to go. Why are you holding people? Why do you want to control people? Why do you want to command people? Why can't we allow them to go and govern and command themselves? The world powers. That is why you are dabbling in your statement. We are here to create those impressions. So, we must continue. This is an external first step. It transformed the group claiming from a political aspirant into a formal legal and political entity. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? It transformed the group claiming from a mega political aspiration into a formal legal and political entity. Now we have become entity because of our declaration and self-referendum vote. You don't understand the importance of this, what we are doing. This is to make a position with fact and figure against our enemies, not to come to just be thinking and be saying it in our own way. We are using this law to debunk their lies. So, we're supposed to give our government a round of applause. Honestly, after I have go through all these things, my mind always gets stronger and stronger and stronger every blessed day. And I believe that the government is doing the right thing. That is why we have to be given a round of applause. You have to do that. Support the government. Come to fundraising tomorrow night. Give them a huge amount to get the work done. Ego Giolo this time around. You see the congressmen when no they go change at their spot. And they go be some people now to the account when they have a goes ego money and money hold us to go this time around very fast as we want. Money is what is stopping us. But we are getting there. We are getting there. Which often outline the reason for secessions and the principles of the new states, provide a tangible document that can be presented to the foreign governments and international bodies. Declaration document. I hope you may now understand what that document is all about. Forget the gullible ones, excuse me. Forget the gullibles who told you, don't mind the declaration document. It's not, without that, you want to know what they see you as a hijacker of the group of, hijacker of the independence movement. That is how international law sees Ogenkere. Remember when we handled that this morning? I hope you remember. That is from where we started this morning. Documents that can be presented to the foreign governments and the international bodies. It's under most that you must present a document of official declaration, self-referendum, grievances, where was it declared, and the name who declares it. These 5 documents, it goes along the line that we must present for us to get international recognition, for them to see how prepared we are. And we also put every structure that we have used to get where we are today. So there we see from 1970 to 1970 that we are not in a hurry, but now we have make it openly, officially, by going to Helsinki, Finland, to make a declaration to generate. Obatobie told you that the declaration will generate an important document to present our cases. Are you not seeing it from this angle I'm saying it right now? Maybe this is from where Obatobie knows what he's doing, what he's telling us. You remember that he was doing this exposition when he's here with us. Because of too much work, he stopped and focused on the other movement. But today we are here to finish from where he stopped, to educate ourselves, for people to know the truth. And what is all about the truth is that a government, a self-acclaimed group of people who claim they are a government in exile, cannot get us recognition anywhere at all in this 21st century under international law that has provided all the necessary principles, the criteria that we must meet, and the Biafran people have overmet those criteria. Biafran people have overmet these criteria. Sorry, that is one that we all must know. That is one that we all must know, and we are knowing it. I hope, my people, we are getting what we are doing. I hope I am on the right track. I hope you can manage my explanation the little way I can explain. That is why I read it in a foreign voice and play it in a foreign voice, so and bring it to explanation. I hope we are making common sense, my people, because all we need is the common sense. Are we making common sense with these international laws and with all these principles that have laid down for us to use to get our recognition? I also urge you, please, to subscribe and also like. This is Real Biafra TV, and I also urge you to please support us to get gadgets. I thank those that have been supporting, over 5 or 6 of them, with their widow's mind. No matter how big they are giving, we still need your help to help us to get this recognition. Ambassador, you disappeared. Where have you been? Good morning from here. Now listen, number 2.
Self-referendum. A self-referendum, when documented, provides a powerful and legitimate evidence of popular will, while not legally binding on
Listen, provide a powerful and legitimate evidence of a popular will of people, a popular population of people. Are you following? As I'm talking to you, YouTube are busy minusing those that are liking the program, reducing the viewers to 20%. So they are doing it to disencourage people to come and like. But if you go inside the platform right now, you will see over 1,000 people who have viewed the program. On the like, they are kicking out. You can kick like, they will draw it back. So try and check if the one you kick is there on your phone. YouTube, the enemies of Biafran people, everywhere enemies, because they know who we are. They don't want us to have our own country because they want to spoil everything for us. But today we have put all of you in shame. YouTube, I don't know why you are doing that. We are on 45 now. They kick 2 people out, remain only 43. That's what we are passing through. But it does not matter. What matters is that those that are here are understanding and making the message to sink into our people's mind. That is the most important thing. Let's continue.
Nigeria, a referendum with a high turnout and a clear yes vote is a strong signal to the international community that the Biafran people, as a collective, have exercised their right to self-determination. It provides the democratic legitimacy that a government in exile needs to prove it represents a people, not just a small group of dissidents.
Do you hear that? Not just a small group of dissidents like Oge, like Shemaka, don't mind the foolish majority who follows Ngozi Arabeze. Imagine. Why international law are here to know that those majority is what the population is what the country needed to present themselves under international law with the document. We must continue, my people. Why not legal building on Nigeria? It's not for Nigeria. A referendum with a high turnout and a clear yes vote is a strong signal to international community that the Biafran people are collectively have what? Has the right to determine for their self-referendum. Are you following? Yes, my mommy said, don't mind them, we are hearing you. Thank you so much. That is why all must hail Biafra, because of the declaration and self-referendum. But Obie has been following these laws. That is why, look at the way he's planning everything ahead of the declaration. So you will use anything to hold the government anywhere. Do you understand the meaning of the self-referendum right now? Is to kick Nigerian people out that willingly, that the Biafran people coming together has proved that they don't want Nigeria, they want a new country, a new nation called United States of Biafra. That is what the self-referendum, and it is a legal document to present to the world. It's a legal document to present to the world into what we are doing. It provides the democratic legitimacy that government in exile needs to prove it represented a people, not just a small group of Umoko. I hope you are listening. I hope you are following. I hope you are following me. This is a collective effort that the people of Biafra have right to self-determination. They prove it by democratic voting yes for self-referendum, that we want to be a new nation. That is what our self-referendum, over 50 million votes, prove to the world. They know about it. Over 50 million of Biafran people voting yes. We want the country called United States of Biafra as a new country. James, I see you. You are still commenting. Thank you so much. Please support the platform through super chat or any way you can. We want to get gadgets. We want to get laptop. That is all that remains. Everything is in place. Our mic is here. Everything. Our gadget. Just please help us to get it, because we want to put this on screen where everybody can see it, and also where you can come and stay with it. You can take part to help me to analyze. Because talking to over 2 hours is not easy. And sometimes I ask for a phone call. So when the person calls, I can rest my mind. After him, I can pick up. That is why I said it's an intrusive session between me and Biafran people. I said even call to pray for my son and the can. Today he's going to call for him to be released. You can do that. A self-referendum, when well documented, provide a powerful and legitimate evidence of a popular will of the people of Biafra that we are ready to be a new country. I hope you get it. And they said that this thing that we are doing, that Nigeria government is not going to like it. But because of the population of people of Biafra, they want it, that they will continue to do what they want to do. Everything that we are doing, Chukwu Okabiyama knows how he planned it, and he give it over to Obie, Amazon, and the Kano. Now is a time to accomplish all the fights. Now is a time to be a new nation. It is a time for us to be what? A new nation. And nobody born of human will stop it. No evil spirit can stop it. Listen to this.
How they work together for recognition. The declaration and referendum documents are used in a combined strategy to gain international recognition. Legal argument. The documents are presented to argue that Biafra has met the criteria for statehood under the Montevideo Convention, specifically the existence of a permanent population, a defined territory, and a government with the capacity to enter into foreign relations. The referendum proves the popular will, and the declaration establishes the government's claim to be a legitimate political authority.
Do you hear it? Do you hear what Obatobi has? Oh God, child, God, I thank you for giving us this man. If not for Obatobi, where are we going to be by now? If not for us, Simon Eber, where are we going to be? What could have been my fate? So, child, God, I bow down for you for giving us my Simon Eber, who know all this law. Legal arguments. The documents are presented to urge that the Biafran people has met the criteria for a stakehold under Montevideo Convention. Declaration and self-referendum vote. They said here that with this, that Biafran people has met the criteria for the stakehold under Montevideo Convention, especially in the area of existence of a permanent population that give us over 50 million votes. Oh my God. Batoji, thank you so much. And also thank our DPM for standing tall against all odds to make a declaration. You told us that you come out to Ogenkere and go to the person is crying that Robert told you that she will do the case, that you're not going to do that. Oh, but you want her to stop the declaration now? So you can spoil everything. You want her to stop the declaration so you can come and spoil everything. According to the work that the government give you to come and do in the midst of what we are doing. But Chukwuka Abiyama passes you and you agree with Shamaka Jerry, Mama Duaba, and all of you. What we have to use to argue. Yes, thank you so much. Asif Nadozie, thank you for coming in. Thank you so much. What can we going to use to argue that we are a country? They said a declaration document and the self-referendum document. When Obatobi was it, people was laughing at him, laughing at us. But today, I bring it to you, my dear people, what that document is all about. 1 minute. Eh? Chai. When I look at all these things, sometimes I weep on my own after seeing it by myself, after reading it before I'm doing it here. I say, why do they keep all these things? Why do they hide all this true way to us? Why? Now, can you see the how powerful the document it is? Our self-referendum. The documents are presented to argue that Biafran people has met the criteria for the stakehold under Montevideo Convention, especially the existence of the population, of a permanent population, a defined territory, and the government with capacity to enter into foreign relations. Please, can you comment section clap for the government and clap for my Simon and Amazon and they can? Can you clap for them? Round of applause. Honestly, they did a good job. Obatobi, child, what an intelligent, the Solomon of our time, is what I called him. The Solomon of our time. He prepared everything. He make it easy for Tongozi or Abreze. That is why the declaration is very sacrosanct and it's very strict. I ask myself, why am I not doing this before declaration? By now, all this Oko, they could have not even, and even as they come back. But I don't blame myself because Chukwu Okabiam has his time to do his own thing. Maybe you thought that maybe you go 247 will be doing this. Or maybe Chukwu Okabiam thought that maybe somebody like Chiamaka Ajere can be doing this to do this to Biafran people to understand the importance of the declaration. And today, what happened? Chai. Oh my God. Oh my, what a government. What a people that understand what the people want. The referendum proved the popular will, and the declaration established the government claim to be a legitimate political authority. Have you seen why all the documents and what all the documents had presented to us? Are you still going to be doubting the government? Are you still going to be criticizing the government? Who has this document? The self-referendum, the declaration is in the hand of the Tongozi Arabueze, the chief of staff, who made a declaration of the United State of Biafra as a new nation, as a sovereign nation, as a state, as a country. Call it anyone you choose to. I hope you are understanding it very well. Thank you so much for sharing the live screen, my brother. Thank you, Chukwud. Thank you so much. It's good to be sharing. Thank you. At least I have seen one person who said, I have shared this program. Thank you so much. Chai. Listen to this.
Diplomatic tool. With these documents, the Biafran government can engage in a sustained diplomatic campaign. They can lobby foreign governments, send envoys to international forums, and submit their case to the United Nations. The documents provide a clear and concise basis for these diplomatic efforts, making it easier for potential allies to understand and support their cause. Ultimately,
do you hear it? Did you hear that? Diplomatic tool. With these documents, the Biafran government can engage in certain political campaign. They can lobby foreign governments, send envoys to international forums, and they submit the case to United Nations. The document provides a clear case basis for the diplomatic efforts, making it easier for the political alliance to understand and support the case of the Biafran people. One day, I hope you heard this clearly. The documents, the importance of it, that is going to help the government of the United States of Biafra to make a claim, to even sue the Nigerian government, to UN, to come. With this, our official declaration document, with our self-referendum document, all these things are very, very powerful. That will make us to do what? They said that the government, they can lobby foreign governments. Yes. Send to international forums and they submit their case to the UN nation. Do you see the importance of this, our document? Do you see it? I want you to know that the government is on the right track. Do you see that? So, with this now, that because our anybody who wants to support us, you can see you can see a super chat there. Check on the page, you will see a super chat now that we are live. So if you see it, then you click. It will ask one or two things. Then you follow the process they give you. Then you can support the page if you want, because we want to gadget, honestly. I want to tell you the truth. That's the only thing that we have used the money that people send to build around of what you are seeing now. Get everything ready. But we get everything ready. So please help us to build this page. For us to do more. If you help us, you will testify what we are going to do more with this little one that we have phone. So we manage only phone to do. So please help us. Help us. We need your help. Like help us like the way others. Almost 5 people has been. They are the one that put this platform the way you see it right now. It remains only one thing. Only gadget. Maybe it may be your own will complete the money we have. Or you and another person can also do it. Please help us to do that. We must continue. And when we continue this morning, there is a lie from Dr. Damage that we want to correct also. Dr. Damage, there is a lie right top he wrote because of Dr. Ngozi refused to appear on his platform. And that's his lie. Imagine YouTube refer it because he tagged YouTube when he made that video and documented it. And today they want to use it against us. We are not going to take any form of changing anything in this movement right now. My people. Let's continue.
The documents are necessary but not sufficient for recognition. Gaining recognition is a political act by other states, which will also consider their own geopolitical interests, the stability of the region, and whether the new state has effective control over its territory.
Thank you. Our government have effective control of Biafran territory. What you said up here is what we take. This is what put on us. Legal arguments. The documents and the documents are presented to argue that Biafrans has met the criteria for statehood. That is the one that we are going to use. This particular one. That is where the government will be harsh on these inconsequential, these criminals who come to destroy what we are doing. It's not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that declared Biafra in Helsinki, but he planned for it. And Biafra was not declared December 2nd. Biafra declared on November 29, 2024 by Dr. Ngozi Odabueze. This is how our Igbo brothers can lie. Dr. Damage is lying on his platform, supporting Ogen Kedem with their lies that Biafra declared on December 2nd. But the previous video of international law that where they have attached our movement said that Biafra declared on November 29, 2024. So please, whatever you are doing, because hitting this November 29, 2024, that is there Biafra was declared. Continue hitting on that aspect. Please, it's very, very important. Because enemies want to change the narrative, but we are here to tell them that nobody can change the narrative. It's only Biafran people. We have put it the way we want, and that is how it's going to stay for us. We don't care who you are and whatever you think that you want to do. What we care is what we want to do as the Biafran people. You can contact us also on our phone number if you want to support the platform. You can contact us if you try super chat, it's not helping, it's not working on your side. You can contact me on number +9733360513337. I repeat again, +9733360513337. 733 60 51337. That is the number you can contact us after the program if there's any support you want that you cannot be able to do from Super Chat. Please, we need your help. We are asking the people for this help. Where we are, that's how it is. If it is normal, we cannot ask anything because I am fighting for my own freedom. I want to be free. I want to go back to the homeland. That is what I am doing. That is the pure fact that I want all of us to know. So the people of Biafra, we must stay strong. We must understand that into everything that we are doing, that the government of the world is on our side, not the other way around. It is very, very important. Our self-defense vote, defense vote, and our declaration are the first criteria we need to do for us to be on a country that is okay. Now let us understand self-referendum by the people of Biafra. What does it mean under international law? This is the last article that if we can finish it. Because I asked Biafra people to call to support what I'm doing by taking the mic from me, but nobody called. Maybe people are at work. I guess that people are at work. Today is Friday, so that is why nobody called. It's okay. The other day people will be calling. But if you wish to call, you can call before we go into self-referendum by the Biafran people. What does it mean under international law? What does it mean? We must continue to listening because it is very, very important into what we are doing. I still leave the line open in case if you want to contact, anyone want to call, please you can call on that number. It's only on WhatsApp. Then you can do something. You can pray for Mazin Nandekan or Ma Simon Ebanjoko. All these things are important into what we are doing. And I will give only 10 minutes. If nobody call, we are going to end the program and wait for this self-referendum by the referendum. What does it mean for another day? Because my voice has started cracking. I have talked for good 3 hours. It's not easy to do that. So please, if you want this program to continue, only one call can make me to continue. And on this issue of self-referendum, it is a long process that we must read out. So if you want us to continue, put a phone call through. That is the only way I can continue. That is my own demand from the Biafran people this morning. If you want us to continue, one phone call, then we can. If it doesn't give the phone call, you end the program and go and rest, because talking to 5 hours, 3 hours maximum, only me, and it's not easy. Because I am only doing this because I'm fighting for my own freedom. That is the essence of why I am doing this. It is very, very imperative that we all understand the importance of what we are doing. So, the Biafran people, you have had it today on this exposition that has made it clearly that the Biafran people, that everything that we are doing is our right to do that. So nobody will stop us from what we are doing. It is our inalienable right on the things that we have achieved and the things that we are going to achieve more and more. So, my people, you must support this government. You have to support the government. You have to. You have to be with your government that understand and doing everything for you, for us to be free from the hands of the killers of life, Nigerian government that was destined to kill the youth and chase the indigenous people away in their ancestral land. The government is only hope that we are going to be in our land and nobody can chase us away. That is how it is. We may continue next time. From me, from here, have a wonderful day. Maz Humbrian is on. Go and join him. Thank you so much, my people.